Hey, what's up, everyone? Mark Croson here, and today we're going to be going over how to run faster in the next 10 days. I made a program that you can download through Train Heroic. All the information is down in the description in order to get started. And today in the video, what we're going to do is just go in depth into the thought process behind the workouts and what you want to be achieving each day. There's going to be a couple different variables that you can apply to the 10-day workout. So I went through and made it so every single day you're doing some type of drill, some type of exercise to make it so then you are working to improve your speed. But there's going to be different levels of athletes that are maybe just starting off, maybe a little bit more advanced, maybe you're in a season. And so I changed up what you can do by adding different workouts that you can adjust. So if you want to add in maybe a mobility day or more of a strength day or more of a core workout, I added those in as well to make it so you can just plug and play. So over the next 10 days, what I think is going to be really important is that you stay consistent to make it so you can achieve the goal of running faster. So when I first started doing this, there was a couple things that came into mind. First was I wanted to be able to create an actual program for you to be able to follow in order for you to actually achieve the goal of running faster. So if you're looking to improve your speed and you're serious about this, then there's legitimately a free app you can go download, get access to it to make it so you could start getting faster right away. Again, I recommend you doing that. Another thing that was important to me when I was going through the program was to make it so you have drills, exercises, plyos, balance that makes it so you could feel directly like this is going to help you improve your speed. And so within each day, there's over 100 different exercises that you'll be able to have access to. You'll probably have 60 to 80 exercises that you'll do, depending on how you go through the 10 days of training. But the thing that you should feel is okay, this particular exercise or this particular drill is something that can carry over to my sprinting or my speed over a long period of time. So I want you to get faster in the next 10 days, but more importantly, I want you to be able to have access to some drills and some exercises that will really make a difference in your long-term ability to continue to get faster and also stay injury free. That was a big part of like the mobility things is you want to be attuned to your body as you're going through all these workouts to make sure that you are connecting to what is it that you need to improve on, but also make sure that you're not overtraining yourself. So you don't want to feel like your body is really wearing down over the next 10 days. And if you do, then you have some mobility to be able to help you in addressing that and maybe taking a day, maybe just working on more of the core. If you are able to get through everything pretty easily, you're more of an advanced athlete, you're in a really good shape, then and you can go through all days and continue to sprint, that's great. I would encourage you to do that. The big thing is let's commit to something, right? So when you sign up for this, I hope you have the motivation to say, okay, for the next 10 days, I'm going to do something to make it so I can get faster and see improvement within my body. We're starting the new year. Some of you guys, it might be a little bit harder to get consistent access to the field or be able to get outdoors, and that's fine. You know, try to get whatever you can to be able to make some improvements over the next 10 days. Again, big thing is make sure that you're committing to improving within your sprinting. And within the program, when you sign up, what you'll also get is a lot of videos to help you in understanding how to run faster, foot contact time, foot strike, front side mechanics. There's a ton of things that I think are really important when it comes to developing your speed and some things to be aware of or thinking about as you are trying to progress within your sprinting performance. So make sure that you are not only taking the time to improve within your sprinting technique and sprinting your form and really putting an effort into running faster, but also take note of what are these drills working on? How can I perfect the drill or perfect the workout or perfect the exercise to make it so it's going to carry over to the sprinting the best you can? Every single one of the exercises is designed to help you in understanding how to improve your sprinting. And so try to connect to each one of those exercises to feel how it's going to carry over to your improvement when it comes to your speed. We'll go into the exercises and why I decided to do the exercises that I did. This is how the app will look when you get signed up. You'll have access to all the different exercises. It'll just show up right there on your calendar. You just got to add it to the day that you want to get started on. And before I get into it, I do want to say that the reason I did this for you guys is because I just have that goal of trying to help as many people improve their speed as possible. So that's the 100% goal of this, is just I want to genuinely help you get faster. There's no gimmick. There's no, you're going to have to put in your credit card in order to get access, and then you're going to get charged or anything like that. When you get signed up, you'll have access. It'll all be free, and you'll be able to actually get faster. So again, check out the app if you haven't already. Get started with it. But the thought process was, first day, keep it somewhat light. So you're working more balance. We have some foot exercises. We have some foot range of motion exercises. The walking reverse lunges, I really like those just to help you in being able to get good range through that foot. So when you're doing this, make sure that back heel is all the way up as you're going through those reverse lunges. And then just to start getting used to the speed drills. So you got the A skips, the B skips, the high knees, straight leg run to sprint. I really like doing drills and then transitioning into sprinting. And when you click on all these, you'll be able to just have immediate access to it. So you'll be able to get onto the video, watch it, be able to see what you got to do. And then as you go through, you could type in, what you did, how far you went, log, boom, all good to go. So very easy to be able to use the app. It tracks how much time it's going to take you to be able to get through. So it's all very simple to go through the workouts. And then after we get done with all of the drills, we're just going to do some continuous broad jumps. Big thing with this is just have limited foot contact time. Try to get as much distance out as possible on each one of these, and just go hard when you do it. You want to be able to give kind of max effort on all of them. If you need to take a little bit of break in between, that's fine. And then we'll go into like a 10-yard dash where you're just sprinting for the first 10 yards. Big thing with this is you want to try to do that in like 7 steps. 20 yards, you want to do that in about 12 steps. And then for the 40, you want to be able to try to get that in under 20 steps, or about 20 steps for the 40-yard dash. So you don't necessarily have to be doing this to improve your 40. I just think that it's good to be able to have something that you're working towards. And so I had the 40 just because that's a lot of times what people are interested in, the athletes that I'm working with. A lot of people that are football players looking to improve their 40-yard dash, or even older athletes that are looking to get better with their 40. So that was day one. The second day is going to be another just kind of speed day. So we get started with the warm up. We go right into the drills. The drills are something I think you should be working on all the time. I'm constantly doing these sprinting drills to make it so I could just continue to have that rhythm, continue to have that timing. And that's really the focus here as you're going through the warm up and going through these drills, is creating that timing with the A skip, the B skip. Then we get more into the sprinting. And then we got change jumps, really working on your height of your knee as you're going through there. And then for today, what we're going to be doing is, and this is day 2, is really putting a focus on the 10-yard fly. So what is your kind of max speed? I would recommend going and taking some video of it. There's no good way to actually know if you got faster if you don't have any idea where you started. And then we'll also do a 20-yard split or a 20-meter split, depending on where you're at. Same thing with a 10-yard fly. If you want to do 10-meter fly, it's about the same thing. You want to be trying to do that in about 4.5 steps would be my recommendation for the 10. For the 20, I would say closer to like 9 steps for 20 yards, or even 20 meters. I know 20 meters is a little bit further, but if you're running in that distance, like Usain Bolt is able to cover 10 meters in under 4 steps. The better you could do, the more force you're generating in the ground, the more distance you're going to be covering, which is going to make it so you can improve your speed. So the idea is get it in 9, then maybe even try to get it in under 9 for 20 meters. And then we got the 20-20-20. The big thing with this is you're going and you're building yourself up for 20, and then you're high sprinting for 20. And then for the last 20, you're kind of holding form. And then the third day, we're going to be going back into some foot exercises, making it so you're strengthening the foot, strengthening the ankle, getting back into some other drills, going a little bit more into some plyometric type exercises. So we got the single leg quick jumps, we have speed skaters, we have vertical jump, we have tuck jump. So a lot more jumps, no sprinting, only plyometrics on day 3. Make it so you get more power, make it so you get more explosive. Try to take a little bit of a rest day based off of those first 2 days. Again, I don't know where you guys are at. If you need to, it's always okay to take a break or change out one of the workouts for another workout. So if you go through and you look here, I have 1 day of space. So you have 10 days all the way through. And then for me, it's on the 31st here. This is going to be a core day. And then there's like a strength day, balance and strength. And then we also have another core one. This one's also going to be stretches that you could do. So you could apply this to the day, and it's really easy to be able to just move the session. You just click the three buttons here at the top, and then you can move the session. Again, listen to your body when going through this. If you are a little bit more advanced, then obviously you try to stick through this 10-day program to make it so you could actually feel the improvements. This is another day working on a little bit different types of drills here, more overhead high knee runs, butt kicks, some switch drills, 3-step switch drills, a little bit more plyometrics, ankle dribbles. So, I do want to do again, give you a lot of different exercises, a lot of different drills that you can work on to hopefully make it so you can make some connections into how you can improve your speed. This fourth day is really putting a focus on the foot strike with the switch drills, maintaining a good upright position with those hips. So make sure that you're able to really achieve that, work on that. And then again, we go into the 10-yard fly, 20-yard split, and 20. So these days are not necessarily supposed to be super taxing on your body. It's a lot of drill work and then some sprint work, and then drill work, and then some sprint work. But the sprint work is not going to be a lot of long, really tiring type of workouts. It's going to be pretty quick, pretty explosive, get to the point, then rest. This one, big focus on range of motion. This is day 5. Big focus on stretches, more of like a step over. If you need to use like a rack, you could do that, or just like a bench, I would say, just because I know there's not going to be a lot of equipment. Same thing for the reverse step up. You could always just use like a bench, or if you're like a bleacher or something like that. Everything should be stuff that you don't really need anything for. Working on this spine range of motion, just trying to make it so you have better range of motion overall on this day. Have a little bit more core exercises, and then just getting into some drills, wall drills, getting to your start, and then that's it. So it's a long day. There's a lot of exercises on here. Put a big focus on range of motion, focus on core, big focus on drills. So then we can come back. This one's going to be more foot contact time, making it so you can understand and get better within the plyometrics. So this is day 6 now of the 10 days. You should already be feeling faster. You should be getting better with the drills. You should be feeling more connected to your feet and what you're doing within the feet, and even have a better understanding of what you need to work on in order to continue to improve. Have a couple other wall drills, working on the switches as well. Then we get into the sprinting bounds. Again, those drills to make it so then you could apply to your sprinting, and then we finish it off with just the 20. Now we get into day 7. So now it's getting back into that final push. We have a good amount of foot exercises, working on the hurdle step over. We get into the drills, and then we get back into those 10-yard flies or 10-meter flies. Let's get another gauge of where you are when it comes to your sprinting. And then we're on day 8 here of the challenge. This one's going to work on a little bit more holds, a little bit more foot range of motion, some balance, some reverse lunges again, some overhead drills, overhead A skip, B skip, moving ankle jumps, some light plyos, and then we're calling it a day. So another kind of easy day on day 8, mostly focused on range of motion, balance, and then some easy drills. And then we go into day 9, again, getting into the drills, getting into some plyos, getting into the tuck jumps, some wall drills, and then working on your acceleration, your drive phase, 10-yard dash. And then we finish it off with another day where we are, again, accessing the foot, accessing the ankle, understanding how to use that better, make it so we can get better within the foot, and then getting into some of the drills, and then getting into the flies. And again, we could do 10-yard flies, you could do 10-meter flies. Let's see where you're at after 10 days. You should have made some improvements within your sprinting. When I first started and wanted to get faster, I put a big focus on the technique and what I was doing within the running form. I used to be somebody that was like quick. I had a good turnover speed, but didn't have great access to my front side and my foot strike. And I still have to work on it all the time. I still don't think I'm great with my foot strike, but I've definitely improved a ton. And a lot of that has to do with the drills and the exercises. And I would say all of this is really important when it comes to being able to unlock your sprinting performance. So none of this is going to be stuff that you could just be like, oh yeah, it's not that important when it comes to my development. I think it all is very important when it comes to your development, and stuff that you should be doing on a very consistent basis to be able to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve. So just to kind of finish off the video here, again, I would really recommend you committing to doing this all 10 days. Do want you to start to feel those drills, those exercises, especially within the foot, especially within the balance, really build that up because it makes a big difference on how you're pushing off within the foot, which is, I think, a critical part of being able to run faster, really achieving that great timing of the push off. I know for me, that made a big difference in understanding how to properly accelerate, was putting a focus on the push off and then really putting a big focus on how I'm striking the ground. It's something I'm still constantly working on to understand how to get higher and higher top speeds. And I think the best way to be able to keep getting faster is through the drills. For one, they don't put nearly as much stress on the body, but two, it's very focused on what it is that you need to do. And if you have a hard time as an athlete to really see consistent improvement, I would say that what could be holding you back is just what is the mentality behind it all. I was listening to a thing earlier today and I thought it was great where it was just kind of talking about how your mind, think of your mind like a garden, right? And when you have a big, beautiful garden, it is filled with all positivities, the seeds of positivity, seeds of growth, seeds of achieving what it is that you're trying to achieve. Where if you start to allow weeds to come into the garden, right? Start to allow things that are going to kill this big, beautiful garden of yours, then that's where you start to lose what your true capabilities are, your true potential is. So when you allow like negative thoughts, doubts, beliefs of you not being able to run faster or not being able to achieve your 100% goals, or even just thinking too much about the past, thinking too much about the future. I know this is something I could do, is I get too caught up, I think, in the future, what I can do or what I should do or what I'm not doing and how that's going to impact the future, or what did I do in the past, what were the mistakes that I did in the past, just living outside of the moment and now, and really putting a focus on what can I do within this minute, what can I do within this day, what can I do within this hour that's going to make the best impact on me long term, and really getting focused on that and clear on that, and just trying to get rid of all those weeds, right? All those doubts, all those things that are just holding me back from taking action. And I know, like, even doing this YouTube video, it took me a while to be able to, create this program and go through all the different parts of how I want to be able to communicate this and say this. And I have the doubts of like, will people actually watch this? Will they care? Are people going to actually do it? And so that's why I keep on encouraging, like, do it, because I really put in time and energy and effort because I care about you guys and your ability to run faster. And I want you guys to feel the feeling of running faster. I know for me, it just had such a great impact on my health and my mentality and just my overall outlook is being able to run faster, just because the commitment to it and saying, this is something I want to do. This is something that I'm going to continue to put effort into every single day, every single week, every single month. And I've seen the results. I feel better. My body went from having a lot of knee pain to now I don't have hardly any pain. Sometimes I have some setbacks. My hips hurt, my hamstrings hurt, things like that. Get a little of a banged up maybe. But that's life. Things are going to happen. It's not always going to go perfect. But I love just being able to get back up and keep trying and keep getting better and keep working on it. Keep working on the foot strike. Keep working on the push off. Just understanding how to accelerate, how to decelerate even, because I play football. So I like to look into how to decelerate more. And it's just such a great thing to, I think, understand more about your body and be able to pass that on to other people and have them see that same type of impact on their life. And so that's why I wanted to make this. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys use it, and happy holidays for everybody that's watching around the Christmas season. It's a couple days before Christmas here when I made this video. So that's why the happy holidays comment there. But yeah, check out everything in the description down below. You should have all the access. Like and subscribe. That really makes a big difference. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.